Okay, hello. So, right now I'm going to do a tutorial for White Cat because it's quick and it's simple and it's pretty easy. There are a few of these that I was looking at online, but I'm going to kind of combine my favorite ones and kind of the same techniques that I'm going to kind of that you should all do to keep your common cat features. Hers is just going to be a little different because hers is going to be mostly white and a little bit of gray. So she doesn't have to do as much color work, but I'm going to do that for hers because she is distinctly different. And I'm going to start with the white, and she's going to have white all over her face and down her neck. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. Bear with me. I'm trying to get these videos down a little bit because when I do makeup on other people, I take my time and I want it to come out really good. So on myself, I tend to do things a little quicker. Usually I save myself for last when I do other people's makeup because I can do it on myself pretty quickly. I am also pretty pale and I know my light's a little tough to deal with. So I apologize, but I have a lamp right next to me that I will put to kind of show you guys. You can go up like that. You can make some smooth lines. I know I said not to, but along your cheekbones it's fine to do that. You just don't want to look too streaky. You know what I mean? So if you find yourself looking too streaky, start dabbing. You know, some of you kind of have skin that soaks up the makeup and makes it start to crack. That's when you're going to want to start to dab the makeup on again. My skin's pretty neutral, so I'm lucky in the sense that I don't really have that problem. I could kind of move the makeup on freely, but if you see yourself starting to crack, I would start dabbing more to cover in those cracked spots. And if you guys don't have dry makeup and you need to itch yourself, just tap away so you don't mess it up. See, I feel like most of you are going to be a little terrified to put on makeup. In the first place, I had a tutorial with Grisabella, and she became her own worst enemy because she was a little afraid to put the makeup on. But don't be afraid to make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, it's water-based. It's not like it's grease makeup. Oh, goodness gracious, if it was grease makeup, that would not be fun. So, but it's not. It's water-based. You could take a little paper towel, you could dab whatever you think you messed up off. But in Grisabella's case, she's supposed to look a little worn, so she doesn't really, that's really not an issue for her. So she did a very great job, though. Okay, so here's one thing. If you're covering up your eyebrows, you want to go the opposite direction of your eyebrows, and that will blot them out a little better for you. And this way, you can create a more cat-like, more arched eyebrow over it, and people won't see your other eyebrows. So you want to go the opposite direction of your hair first, and then the way of your hair. And that's going to cover it up and make it pretty clear. So, I mean, we're not going to go too crazy with Pretty White Cat's eyebrows because Pretty White Cat we want her to look very feminine. So we're not going to do that. It's very hard to see where I am right now. Turn my screen brightness up. I have lots of birthmarks on my face, so. And if you find that your white's not going on white enough, first of all, prime first if you have crackly skin. That just soaks up the face makeup. But white always first because you're not going to want to smudge it and such. So we're going to start like this, and this always looks really weird when it's coming together and you're like, oh my god, I look like a hot mess. But trust me, by the end when you're done putting on the details, you're going to look beautiful. Okay, so just want to even it out. I mean, people aren't really going to see that much, but you don't want, like, big tan spots all over your face. Just make sure you get covered. If you have weird eye problems, look up when you're trying to do that. It's easier, but I have contacts, so I'm pretty brave with my eyes. It's very hard to do with not like a mirror. I'm doing it right now on the screen, so if I'm a little swatchy, forgive me. Oh, look. There we go. Oh, I have no eyebrows. Okay, so you want to get your neck white cat because you are all white. Don't forget to get the back of your neck. I don't really want to do that right now because I'm not performing in a unitard right now, so I'm just going to do the front really quickly. But you want to make sure you cover all of your under neck and the back of your neck. Very cool. All right, now you want to add the pink to your nose, right? You said you had a pink nose, so I'm going to go with that because I think that's cute. And I'm going to mix the red that we have, that you are going to have on Saturday. If not, for the time being, you could just do a black nose. But I'm going to mix up the red and the white and make a pink. There we go. It's very easy. Basic color knowledge. What you want to do is get the corner of your nose, your little nostril part there, on both sides. Make sure they're even. I need more. So you're going to have a pink nose, but it is very important if you are doing the pink nose to outline the pink nose in black, or it's going to look weird and not defined and no one's going to see it. They're just going to be like, why does that girl kind of look like a drunk cat with a red nose? She kind of looks like a clown. We don't want you to look like a clown. So you want to get here, here, here. Don't worry about in between. Okie dokie. Now, you want to move on to outlining your nose a little bit. So this is going to be hard for me a little because I'm not in like a real mirror, so my detail work is going to be a little difficult. There we go. It's very hard to do in my laptop screen, especially since it's like kind of opposite. It would be better if you didn't do it as thick of a nose as I did. But now, move down from the bridge of your nose. Straight down there. And, sorry, I'm gonna use a lipstick that I have first before I do this. I'm actually gonna use a pink lipstick because you're a cute pink cat. I mean, pink cat, white and pink cat. So, I'm gonna use a pink lipstick. Just because it's a little more comfortable than using this stuff, but you can use this stuff and put it on your lips. It's not gonna hurt you. My pink lipstick isn't that bright, but oh well. Like I said, this is sort of difficult for me to see, so bear with me. My nose is a little itchy. I'm gonna put my natural beauty mark into that. Hey. See, now I don't like how I did that curl, so what I'm gonna go, it's very hard for me to see on my screen right now, and go in, kind of take that out, and do something a little different. There we go. Of course, you're probably going to have a little more control over me. I'm staring at a computer screen right now, and it's a little difficult for me to see what's happening. So I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to fix it with my finger, because there we go. That's simple. And instead, I'm just going to follow my lip line. My lips are acting a little weird today. There we go. And I'm going to make it curl up a little more at the end. Where my smile lines are. And that's much better. I have really big lips, so I'm probably going to fill this in a little bit more with the black. Or maybe even change the color to a red. I just don't particularly like how it looks. And larger lips. Okay, so now one moment. See, this looks a little odd on me because I have such big lips that I'm starting to look like a little bit like a goth. So I'm going to take some of that black off. But I'm going to keep some of that brown surrounding it. There we go. That looks a little bit better. And now I'm going to take the white and go back around a tad bit. Beautiful. And now what I'm going to do is take some of this gray. This is going to sound really weird, but I'm going to put some around the top of my head a little bit to create a little bit of depth. And it's going to be kind of where like the indents in the side of your head are. Just to create some depth and around your hairline. it'll add a little color to your cat because you don't get much color. But this will add some. This is not a dark gray, so you don't have to worry about really getting it too dark. Because you're basically doing your highlighting the gray, or shadows rather. And you're going to follow that line of your cheek. And you think that this is going to make you look hollowed out, but it'll actually make you look a little more defined. And what I'm going to do is find my pink blush. Actually, I don't have my pink blush on me right now, but if you were going to do this, I would be putting pink blush on right now. So I think what I'm going to use is I'm going to cheat a little bit and use this, but you would be actually using some blush and putting that up here on the top. Give you a little more feminine. I know I'm cheating. Shh. But I'm doing a light pink. And what you're going to want to do is follow your cheekbone. And you guys are like, oh my gosh, that's so dark. But from the stage, it looks amazing because lights eat up makeup. I cannot stress that enough because some of you will be like, oh my god, it looks scary. But on stage, it will look good. So you kind of have to get over your fear of, you know, that being scary. So this would be your, I know mine's not very pretty because it's not actually. But had I had blush, this is what I'd be doing. And going along my cheekbone, just like that, with pink. Okay, Sudie? Okay, so now we have the lower part, and I'm going to blend this a little more. A little better. Okay. This is going to make your cheekbones look higher. Cool. And of course, you want to make this even as well. You want to make that look like it's just like creeping in, giving you a little more definition. Ugh. My nose is running a little bit. Okay. So now, you're going to want to create that cat-like definition in your eyes. And everyone, be careful. I know you're going to be like, I just want to do normal eyeliner. But that's really not going to make you look like a cat. You're going to look like, you're just going to look like a person in a bunch of makeup. So I'm going to do this. I am going to do the eyeliner-like thing. I'm really hoping I'm not going to like stab myself in the eye right now because I can barely see in this. And you're going to want to extend it outward because you're going to create a cat-like eye. And I'm kind of keeping this the same for everybody because I know not all of us have, you know, done this a lot before. So therefore, if a few of you master it, you can help each other and it'll be great. This is what I'm doing and keeping it that way. I'm creating that cat-like eye. So I did almost like normal mascara, except I made it extend way out on this side and a little bit under the corner of the eye on the inside, because if you look at cats, their eyes kind of go down into that corner. Some of you can make them go more towards your nose too. It'll make it look even more cat-like. I hold my breath when I do my makeup. It's really weird. I like can't not shake unless I hold my breath. It's strange. Make sure you get it even on both sides. So, ooh, I made a dot by accident. Whoopsie doodle. There's no real science to this, other than just learning how to do it and sticking to your plan every night of what you're gonna do to your face. See, we got the wing on that side, we got the under, and now all we have to do is the inner corner of the eye. And make sure you do this because this is gonna make it just go from that's a lady with a bunch of face paint and eyeliner to giving you cat-like features. I cannot stress this enough. I'm in the middle of something. Can you tell me it after? There we go. And just make sure you want to get this even. It's hard to tell for me in this video. Awesome. And now you're going to want to do your eyebrows. And I kind of went up and away from my face to give it more of a feminine cat-like feature. Starting past where a little past where your natural eyebrow would be. And that way, when you move your eyebrows, you get that sympathetic look, really excited look. But it's going to be a little more cat-like, and you're going to want to get a little thicker on the bottom once you get it away from your natural eyebrow. Just fill it in a little. I don't like how far up I went with this on my nose. For you, I would give you a more feminine nose. And that means just doing the very tip. So I'm going to put the white back on a little bit. Making it little and dainty, but still outlining it in black, because if not, you're not going to see it. Now, one thing I'm missing, I want to keep a little more pink in this, so I'm going to do the crease of the eyelid pink. Keep that touch of pink theme. And with a wig, this looks better because you're not going to look like a bald cat living girl. Okay, so that, and what you can do is after you do that little bit of pink, go in there with a little bit of black and just add to that crease. And if you want to, you still have the pink and you have a little bit of black. There we go. Pink a little higher up. Just putting the pink a little above the crease. The black I put in the crease. You can really see it. And just make sure if that happens and you kind of lose this, connect it some more, make it bigger. So you don't lose the cat part of that. And voila! You have white cat. And you're going to look really cute with your white wig. So, this is White Cat tutorial. And you don't have to do the eyebrows exactly like I did them. If you want to make them, if you want to keep them thinner, go for it. But just make them dark enough so that people can see them. You can even have them start a little lower so you could have that little bit of expression in your face. And I think it'll look really cute. And that is my White Cat tutorial. It's a little rough because I'm struggling with my light and I'm struggling with this video, but you see how this looks kind of harsh here. It'll look good on stage though because it's going to give you that high definition cheek look that everyone should kind of have to be a cat. So upon looking at my face in an actual mirror, I went back in and I added a little bit to your eyebrows that I think is going to be important to your character. I added and I kind of started them down at the nose and then I started them to go out and up. And I did this because if you go like this, you can have a very sad expression, or if you go like this, really happy expression. So really having these two little parts come down like that is going to give you your ability to be endearing, or, you know, to be sad, and then to be happy, or angry, or whatever. So really make sure that you have these guys coming down there, and then go out with them like that. So that was my one little edit that I'm going to add to the end of this video. You could also make these a little darker. Remember, your audience is very far away. There you go. So, looking at this from a step back, you're going to have a lot of expression in your eyebrows, which is really cool. And you're going to have a lot of depth in your cheeks under the light when you're dancing. So, now remember, white on your cheekbones, then the gray, and then you could put, actually you should probably have a little more than this, pink blush over this. And the other thing I did was I added a little bit more pink eyeshadow around here. So what you're going to want to do is go in with the black and do not your whole eyelid, but just the crease of the black, and then above that put your pink and go out like that, and don't put like pink, make it a faded nice hint of pink like that. So very cool, White Cat. Obviously you can get a way better pink lipstick than mine. Mine doesn't really match the other pink. In fact, you could probably make this pink with this and it'll probably look a lot better and match a lot better. Oh. Doesn't really want to work with me. Making it more of a, there we go. Very cool. And keep that black line. There we go. That looks a little bit better. A little more like the other colors on my face. Okay, so you can make that pink with the palette. And there is a pink eyeshadow that they did buy, which is what I'm using right now for this, so it will be there for your use. Actually, why didn't I think of using that for this? Here we go. Powder is so much better. Obviously, with a brush, it'll be a little better blended. Even this out a little bit. Just to bring out that pink. Yay! Pink and white cat, yay!